So we are going to make this substitution in here for x and this substitution for y. And remember, theta is equal to 30 degrees. We already figured that out. And we want to simplify these as much as we can before we plug them in. So x is going to be x primed cosine, let's make that a little clearer, x primed cosine 30 degrees minus y primed sine 30 degrees, which is equal to x primed square root of 3 over 2 minus y primed multiplied by 1/2, which they're both divided by 2, so we can write this as x primed square root of 3 minus y primed over 2. We'll do something similar for the y. This is x primed sine 30 degrees plus y primed cosine 30 degrees. So the y will be x primed times 1/2 plus y primed square root of 3 over 2. And because these are both divided by 2, we can write this as x primed plus y primed square root of 3 over 2. Now, it may not look a whole lot better, but this is better than this, and this is better than this. These are going to substitute in the next step. Okay, time to hang on to your seatbelt because this is not going to be fun, but they don't show it in the book, and I want you to see that it really can be done. 7x squared, our x is here, so we're going to substitute in x primed root 3 minus y primed over 2 squared minus 6 root 3 x primed root 3 minus y primed over 2. Now we have to grab the y. This is x primed plus y primed root 3 over 2 plus 13. Grab the y again. X primed plus y primed root 3 over 2 squared minus 16 is 0. Now, one trick that we can do is to bring these fractions out. This is a 2 squared. We can bring this out as 7 over 4, just leaving us with the x prime root 3 minus y primed squared minus, now we bring the 4 out, 6 over 4, 2 times 2 is 4, bringing the 4 out, 6 over 4 root 3, x primed root 3 minus y primed, x primed plus y primed root 3 plus 2 squared is 4, bring it out, 13 over 4, x primed plus y primed root 3 minus 16 equals 0. Shifting everything up a little bit, we notice we have a 4, and a 4, and we could get rid of all these 4's by multiplying both sides of the equation by 4. It will still have a 0 over here, but this will become 7 x primed root 3 minus y primed squared minus 6 root 3 x primed root 3 minus y primed x primed plus y primed root 3 plus 13 x primed plus y primed root 3. Hey, where'd my squared go? There it is. Okay, minus, and then this has to be multiplied by 4, so we get 64 is 0. Now, we need to start squaring things. This is where it gets ugly. Okay, so squaring this, first term squared would be 3x primed squared minus twice the cross product, which is 2x primed y primed root 3 plus last term squared is positive y primed squared minus 6 root 3 square root of 3x squared square root of 3x prime squared plus 3x primed y primed minus x primed y primed minus square root of 3 y prime squared plus 13 x primed squared plus 2 root 3 x primed y primed plus 3 y primed squared minus 64 equals 0. Now we distribute. So 7 times 3 is 21 x primed squared minus 14 square root of 3 x primed y primed plus 7 y primed squared minus 18 x primed squared minus 18 square root of 3 x primed y primed plus 6 root 3 x primed y primed plus 18 y primed squared plus 13 x primed squared plus 26 square root of 3 x primed y primed plus 39. 13 times 3 is 39. Okay, y primed squared minus 64 is 0. Looking good. Now collect our like terms. Every term that has x primed and y primed, there's a minus 14 here. There's well, that's a minus 14 root 3, a minus 18 root 3, there's a 6 root 3, and there's a 26 root 3. Those all have x primed y primes in them. Now this is negative 32 and this is positive 32. So these are going to all cancel out. And this one too. Then the x prime squareds, we have a 21, we have a minus 18, and we have a 13, and let's see, this is 21 minus 18 is 3 and 13 is 16. So we have 16x primed. So we have 16x primed squared. And that takes care of those. Let's look at the y primes. So the y primes, we have a 7 here, and we have an 18 over here, and we have a 39 over here. So this 2 is 25, 25 and 39 is 64. So we have plus 64 y primed squared. And we still have this. Let's move it to the other side of the equation. Is 64. And oh my god, look at how much disappeared. Almost everything is gone. If we divide by 64, divide by 64, we get 16 into 64 goes 4, x prime squared, 2 squared plus y prime squared over 1 squared equals 1.